Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Unit 34, Expressing Future using be going to. For complete language course, please visit my website www.a2zoffenglish.com. Before we move on, I would like to tell you that please visit unit 1, verb to be, because it's a very important unit, as you know that this unit is about be going to, and if you don't know what be is, so you should visit unit number 1 on my website, verb to be, so that you may not have any problems in this unit. Now before we proceed, observe the following examples. I will take admission in an English language center tomorrow is equal to I am taking admission in an English language center tomorrow. So there isn't any difference. You can see that in sentence number 1 we are using will for our plan, for our arrangement, and in second sentence we are using present continuous tense to show future. So there isn't any difference in both of the sentences. Both of the sentences are same, right? But the difference is of in one sentence we're using will, and in another sentence we're using present continuous tense to show future is equal to I'm going to take admission in an English language center tomorrow. So I will take admission, I'm taking admission, or I am going to take admission. Both, all of them are same. There isn't any difference in the idea. So all of the examples mentioned are showing future time. I will take admission in an English language center tomorrow. We are using will in this for showing this future. For showing future here we are using will, as we know that we can use will for showing future. And in sentence number 2, I'm taking admission in an English language center tomorrow. We are using present continuous tense to show future. And in sentence number 3, I'm going to take admission in an English language center tomorrow. We are using be going to show future time. So it means that there isn't any difference in 3 of these sentences. We can use will, or we can use present continuous tense, or we can use be going to show future time. So be going to is a verb phrase which is used to show future plans or arrangements, and be going to does not mean anything. So kindly don't try to make or don't try to find out any kind of meanings. It does not have any meaning, like can or should or will. They don't have any meaning. Likewise, be going to does not have any meaning. And one more important thing is that do not take it as a verb go, going somewhere. Do not take be going to as the verb go. It is just a verb phrase and does not mean going somewhere. For example, I'm going to buy a car next week does not mean that I am going somewhere to buy a car next week. Instead, it means that I will buy a car next week. So you can see that if someone uses be going to structure to show future, so for example, I'm going to buy a car next week, it does not mean that I'm going to some place or going somewhere to buy a car next week. It means actually that I will buy a car next week. So I'm going to buy a car next week is equal to I will buy a car next week. Okay. Now, will or going to. Well, there is a little difference between will and be going to, but I'm not telling you the difference here in this unit, because I just don't want you to get any kind of complexity. So just forget about it, and just for the time being remember that there isn't any difference between will or going to. I will explain this difference inshallah in the next unit. Okay, now using will, present continuous, and going to for expressing future. Before I move on with this, I must tell you that it depends upon a person what he wants to use for expressing future. Now you know that you can use will, present continuous tense, and be going to express future plans, and all of them give the same idea. You can use whatever you like to express future arrangement or plan. Okay, so you cannot, if one uses will and the other one uses present continuous and another one uses be going to, so all of them are right. Okay, for example, he will clean his room this weekend. So the action is cleaning, right, and expresses future. We are expressing future using will in this sentence. Now the same sentence, the same thing, cleaning. Now we want to express this thing in present continuous tense. How are we going to do that? He is cleaning his room this weekend. So expressing future using present continuous tense. And he is going to clean his room this weekend, expressing future using be going to. So the same action is there, cleaning room, right? But in sentence number 1 we are using will to express this thing. He will clean his room this weekend. In sentence number 2 we are using present continuous tense for this thing. He is cleaning his room this weekend. And in sentence number 3 we are using be going to structure. He is going to clean his room this weekend, right? So 3 of these sentences are equal to each other. They don't have any difference, right? They deliver the same idea. So it's up to you, it's up to a person, whatever you like. If you want to use will, you can use will. If you want to use present continuous tense, you can use present continuous tense. And if you want to use be going to structure, you can use be going to, right? It depends, it depends upon you. Now we'll be looking at pronunciation of be going to. Now be going to is often pronounced as gonna at the time of speaking in an informal speech. Some people may tell you, or some teachers may tell you, that gonna is completely slang. Well, in an informal speech, while talking to people naturally, we do use this word gonna, right? So you should use, I would say that you should use at the time of speaking to your friends, or your colleagues. So you should use gonna. It sounds good. For example, I'm going to write a letter is equal to I'm gonna write a letter, right? So I'm going to write a letter or I'm gonna write a letter, both of them are same. And it sounds really cool when you say I'm gonna write a letter. Okay, now we'll look at structures of be going to. A very really very simple structure. Subject plus be plus going to plus first form of verb plus object. For example, I'm going to visit my aunt tonight. She's going to call your parents. Negative structure. Subject plus be plus not plus going to plus first form of a verb plus object. I'm not going to visit my aunt tonight. She's not going to call your parents. Interrogative structure. Be plus subject plus going to plus first form of a verb plus object. Are you going to visit your aunt tonight? Is she going to call your parents? Now if you liked my tutorial, please rate this video. I hope that it was full of knowledge. And please, to solve exercises, please visit my website www.a2zoFenglish.com, and inshallah we'll meet soon in the next lesson. Till then, goodbye and take care.